Champion.
Oh. Okay.
So, let's talk about Champion of the Year.
Oh, okay. Oh, snap.
And I don't mean this year. Well, I mean this year.
Okay.
But I also want to talk about last year.
Oh, snap. Let me make sure what place was he in and stuff like that. Okay.
No. I have no issue with my placing last year. I think Champion of the Year is an amazing thing. I would like to shake your hand.
Sorry.
I would like to shake your hand. I think it is a beautiful thing. I think it's bringing back a fire and an energy to the culture. When I watched the debates, I thought that it was sloppy.
It was.
Disorganized.
It was.
Confusing.
It was. It was. I agree.
And I think that there needs to be some focus.
It's coming.
Not just order, but it needs to be categorical.
Okay.
And I think the reason that y'all receive so much criticism for awarding Chokey Robinson is because if the stated intent of Champion of the Year was hand in hand with the Do Your Job initiative, right? Champion of the Year is parallel to Do Your Job. It's an incentive for focus and integrity and professionalism. And I think that while I'm a big fan of O-Red, I think he is super fire and he did great. And I don't particularly take issue with him having Champion of the Year. But if the stated objective is to motivate and achieve professionalism, then rewarding somebody who has failed in those areas does not stick to the goal.
Too. I mean, now we're going to go into O-Red and O-Red's year. One of the chokes was against Show Off. He won that battle decisively. It was one of the most, I mean, you can't give him the second round because he choked in, but one of the most dominant performances of 2017. So if you want to choke in one of your battles and you dominate like that, you still come out the clear victor, hey, it is what it is.
So this is what I'm saying, is that just like before when we were talking about is 2-1, 3-0, or who just won the overall battle, the better. I just think that the criteria needs to be defined, clearly stated,
it will be.
and carried out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve Champion of the Year. I'm just saying if the intention was to encourage people to take themselves more seriously, I think O-Red may have more natural talent and intelligence and skill than other people. But if he's not being a professional and he's being rewarded for his lack of professionalism, then it's not achieving the stated goal. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
But see, I think he choked once or twice that year, and that was it. But see, the problem was we couldn't. You had two front runners, and it was either Tay Rock or O-Red.
Yeah.
Tay Rock messed up when he lost to Sharon. That was a bad battle for him. He should have had he won that battle, I think it would have been clear for Tay Rock. But because he lost that battle, and he also had the battle with Disaster, it wasn't really that's really wasn't a good battle. Tay Rock versus Disaster is just not a good battle.
Too friendly.
So you take those in accounts, and it's like, and then you got O-Red who's made Show Off retire. He clearly had I think he beat Av. However
that was debatable.
How you could say it's debatable or not.
I think his choke was longer than Big K's rounds against T-Top.
Yeah, he choked for like a whole minute.
Yeah.
But one thing about that choke...
You think that was part of the contract? You think they set time limits on how long O-Red's allowed to choke in the battle before it... He's like, check the time. How much more choking do I have left?
I don't think so, but he wanted to get back to the material. I like if you do that and you don't give up. And, on top of that, you got to think his rounds were long, too. You got a lot of guys.
Well, because he had to use material from the last choke. He's rolling over choke material.
But you think that might happen to you?
He is. You
think that might happen to you?
He beat Big K.
Will.
He beat Big K.
Yeah.
What was the other battle? I'm not trying to remember all his battles.
That was a dope battle.
Av, Show Off, Shine.
He beat Shine.
Briz Rothstein. Who else?
He had a good battle with Briz Rothstein, which I felt he won that battle.
Yeah.
He beat Shine at the Loaded Lux versus Arsenal.
You dub.
So he had a lot of prominent wins.
He had a great year. I'm not even taking that away from him.
He arguably went undefeated, 5-0.
Yeah. if I'm watching battles to be like inspired for like writing and performance and all that stuff, I think he has the most from that year. He's fire. He's super dope.
See, this is the thing when you say chokes. If it depends on if the choke really hurted the task of winning the game. There's basketball and football. There's turnovers. There's fumbles. There's all kind of things that go on with the game. But if you come out winning, the objective is to win. So
Charlie Clips versus Av. Av won that.
Av choked the third round.
So it's like, I mean, we're not saying choking is good. Choking is bad.
It is.
Don't choke. Practice, preparation. Don't mess up, people. But when we rack it up for the end of the year, do we say Av? Was that a plus for him or a negative for him? I'm asking you.
To win and be choking?
To beat Charlie Clips.
I mean,
was that a plus?
because he beat Clips.
Charlie Clips.
So now
I didn't see it, but I heard it was a mediocre Clips.
Yeah. You still won though.
He won the battle.
I mean, it's okay for me personally because the way he made rack up friends of the year is different, but he'll get a point, but he won't get he won't get like 5 points or something like that. If I'm using numbers, he won't get 5 points. He'll probably get a point or two for winning.
I think everything just needs to be defined.
Oh yeah. Back to what you're saying. As far as
that's my main.
Okay, yeah.
That's my main point. Is that just to clarify as an onlooker and as a participant that I think that the flack that you received was for the disparity between the stated intentions and the rewardee.
Yeah.
That's all. I just want to offer some clarity.
Okay.
Some clarity. And then to encourage all of us to define criteria. Because like we said, if you say Mook is the GOAT, you have to define what that means.
Why.
I think he's the greatest strategist and one of the two most iconic in history of battle rap. But I wouldn't say that he's a better rapper than there's a lot of people who are better at that than him. Yeah. So I think it's just about the criteria. Okay. And I think that I imagine you guys have some answers for this, and that I don't want to open up the stack of Jordan boxes too soon, because I know you got angles.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna kind of respond in a vague way.
Yes.
So
keep it vague.
Answer.
Please keep it vague.
Because there's gonna be a rollout for this. In terms of judging and how we're gonna do it. And there's gonna be another rollout the month prior. But I will say this: my mentor. One of my best friends, Tony Stark, you know what I mean? He once made a suit in a cave. And the first time he made that suit, it wasn't the suit he has now. That had, in the Infinity War, which is beautiful. He just thinks of something that pops up on his arm or something like that. But the first suit was horrible. You know what I mean? But it was the idea to spark the revolution and make it what it is today. So I'll say this. My next suit will be very good. It's to mark 31, even though the champion of the year was the first one. But I've been in the lab with myself, just back and forth with different ideas, and it's going to be good. And things will be defined 1,000%. There will be complaints,
of course, always.
There's going to be complaints regardless.
Always.
There's people that just don't like what I do at all. I don't like Jay Black in the suit. They're going to be very vocal.
Right.
But the complaints should be minimized in a lot. You know what I mean? So
I'll ask you this question and then we're going to end this segment. Okay. So you mentioned your mentor Tony Stark in his suit.
Oh, you got a rebuttal.
And
you freaked out too. You did this to Rob Nitty with the J's on.
When your mentor Tony Stark puts on that suit, what is his name?
Iron Man.
Champion!
Okay. That was great.
That was good.
All right. Since we're on this topic, I want to just add 2 cents.
Okay.
What do you think of tier-wise? Points for tiers. There's a mid-tier.
That's going to be so hard to do.
It's very hard to do. But what do you think? If a battle rapper beats Iron, was clearly legend, top tier, and all those accolades.
Clearly.
Should they get 1 point, 2 points, or 3 points for that win?
Yeah, I think points might be tough, but I think that categories is super important. And I think that
categories will be
I think that
points,
frequency of battles, variety of leagues,
impact,
what you're saying, the tier of the competition,
level of
writing, performance. Like I think all of that stuff matters, and you have it's not just going to be, somebody did 15 battles and they didn't lose any of them, but nobody really watched them.
That.
You know what I mean? Or or they did 10 battles and it was just on one league. You might still could get champion, but if you have somebody who's having classics. I don't know who
Level
was
of
having
leagues,
classics
too.
on
We're gonna
multiple
get into
different
that.
leagues.
The reason why I put the tier out, top tier, mid tier, and then lower tier, because I don't want somebody to have 8 battles in 1 year, and they have 7 wins, but 6 of them are
against
on leagues
nobody.
that you never even heard of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're like front runner for champion of the year. How can that be? That's why I added in. That's why I think it should be added, like points, because when you break it down points, it leaves no doubt.
There will be doubt. Yeah, I mean,
I don't. How can you doubt a point system? This guy beat Iron. He got 3 points for that battle.
But then it's also going to be like, how do you define? Like,
exactly.
Is that person really top tier? Are they really mid tier? What's above that? Is there God tier?
Yeah.
Is there low tier? Is there no tier?
That's true. There's this weirdo blogger that I hate, you know what I mean?
He's been around for how many years? 7 years?
7 years now, and I'm tired of seeing this guy. Now he's wearing a suit with a tie. I'm tired of
Who is this?
Who does he think he is?
I think his name is J Black or something like that. But he came out with a point system. He gave points for every single line, every single bar.
Right.
You know, he gave reasons why, clearly defined and everything, and there's problems there. There'll be problems times 10 with points aligned with this champion of the year. Like, no, how are we going to figure out if Iron's worth 3 points? That's not fair. Oh, John should be 3 points if you beat him too. Hollow should be 5. Oh, Murder Mook hasn't come back. Murder Mook has been gone for 15 years. Verb beat him, that should be 15 points. Jay Black, get out of here, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying.
Now, since we're on this conversation, and I've been heavily talking about this online, judging in battle rap, and this is a whole, we can go on and on for this. I think we need judging in battle rap, and I think the people to do it is the CPS, the champion point system. This is this is great.
He's a great salesman. He's a great
champion
salesman.
point system. Have us come in there.
I need to think of a product just so he can pitch it. He's so good.
We'll come in there.
I'm gonna start smoking Al Capone. I see
Let me pass my.
Yeah.
Pass me Al Capone's calm me down.
Pass me Al Capone's calm me down and get me where I need to go.
It's rolled in the what?
It's rolled in a natural leaf.
From
dipped
where?
In cognac, Honduras.
Oh, dipped
you
in
know
what?
everything.
Dipped in cognac.
Okay.
So
Oh
it gives
my
it a
goodness.
sweet
What
taste.
type of flavor?
Cognac
Okay.
flavor. It gives it a sweet taste. It gets me right where I need to go when I'm nervous and I'm, you know, for you college.
You probably lost what you about to say. Watch this.
No, you college students out there. If you know there's a big test and exam coming and you're really stressed out and worried about, roll up one of these while you do your notes and you'll be fine. But no, as I was saying, the CPS, the champion point system.
You brought it back.
He did.
Have us come in there, and because we have to find a way in order to take this sport to the next level. Because I'm be honest, we're going to stay in the small circle that we're in. Battle rap still has a niche audience because dude, you cannot bet on battle rap. How can you? How do people bet on NBA games? They have referees that run around and they blow the whistle all day. Same thing with football. Same thing with boxing. They have judges who score and then they bet. You bet for Mayweather, I bet for this person. At the end of the day, if Mayweather loses, I pay you. Mayweather wins, you pay me. Same thing with battle rap. America's a gambling
Who's
country.
referee? Who's referees?
We're the refs. We're
You can't be everywhere every time.
No.
There's a battle that drops every day.
We understand that. We don't have nothing to do with that. But if if these leagues want their events judged, have CPS.
But everything has to be judged. So you can't say if this league.
Everything can't be judged. Everything
Then
can't.
how is wins?
Everything can't be judged. Guess what? America doesn't bet on every game. We don't bet on the D League.
You don't bet on the farm team.
We don't bet on the playground leagues. We don't bet on those. So I'm talking about for the leagues that want.
Do the battle rappers want it judged too? So now
Who cares whether they want to judge or not? We're going to judge them. Period. I'm paying you to rap. Shut up and rap. That's it. You get paid
That's
when
not how it works. I'm telling you.
battle rappers get paid win, lose, or draw, right? It doesn't matter.
I remember one time Murder Mook said, "I don't want Norwich in the building if y'all book me."
Well, that's Murder Mook.
So I'm saying battle rappers can be that petty.
We don't care what battle rappers care. We care about we care about expanding the culture and having a sophisticated judging system that people believe in. It's all about the fans believing in it. Once the fans believe in the judging system, it will transpire. It will go all across through battle rap. All the major leagues, King of the Dot, RBE, URL, Arsenal's League, John League, UW. We go on and on.
Arsenal's League.
Arsenal's League. all the major leagues will have to incorporate the CPS, the champion point system. And if they don't, the event just won't look as organic or as natural as it should be. There has to be judging in battle rap, or we'll you see this bubble, we'll stay in the same small bubble. Because guess what? Once we get the judging, you're going to have people like Lloyd Banks. Salute to Lloyd Banks, sir. I seen your tweet. Much respect, sir. You're going to have people like Lloyd Banks dropping 10, 15,000 on a battle because they believe, they trust in the system. So Lloyd Banks will go, I'm betting on Tay-Rock to win this battle. Tony Yayo or 50 Cent might say, well, I'm betting on Hitman Holler to win this battle. I bet you 10 racks. Because they believe in the system. We believe.
That's a great point.
NBA, we believe in the refs.
It's a good round.
That was a good round. It was the finisher. You brought it all together.
When we watch basketball, we bet on basketball because we believe in the refs. We believe in the criteria. We believe in how they score. Once they believe in it, the rest is history.
I think that this year's champion of the year, the new suit,
can
be the template for that. I think if. I trust that you guys are working it out. You're taking the feedback. You're revising things. The suit is being updated. I think then you reverse engineer a judging system, a per battle judging system off of champion of the year. Because if you guys are getting the criteria right and everybody agrees with it, and from what everybody
agrees with it.
Well, from what I have gleaned from some things that you said, I think there may be a contributor role in determining these things.
Battle rappers campaign.
Right, so there has to be a consensus. I mean, certain rules in basketball, football, baseball, like you see the rules evolving over time, and some of them don't really make sense or didn't really make sense. Where can you review the tape? Can't you review the tape? These are things that have changed over time. So I think if we can get to a place where there's a general consensus, we can still evolve it, and you can also still have two different things. You can say, okay. There's the battle, and the battle happens, and it doesn't have to be judged in the building. But then there's this CPS betting system, and so it's you're not necessarily going to bet on the battle itself as much as you're going to bet on the outcome of the system that's been agreed upon. Because you can bet on the rules of basketball even if there's certain elements that you may not agree with. You can still bet on the rules. So it's not necessary. You might be like, to me, he got it, but according to CPS, I still want to bet. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's so true. How many times we've seen a boxer
so
wins?
good, but then the execution is the hard part.
But how many times we see boxers
not
get
as
robbed?
easy as you say.
Yeah, right.
It's not as easy.
I mean, boxing is like
you're still
crazy.
gonna pay me, right?
Yeah. Boxing is crazy.
Like you might say, "Yo, he really won," but at the end of the day, the judges. But once they believe, we're not going to get it right all the time. It just happens. You're just not going to. But if you get it right the majority of the times, then you're good. You're set for life.
I think boxing is the closest thing to battle rap in that way because there's so many iffy calls. There's corruption going on. And not to say there's corruption in battle rap, but just to say that it's subjective. Unless you knock somebody out, unless it's a clear body, it's going to always be debatable. No matter. And even then, like I said, people think there's people that legit feel like Calico beat Lux. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying there's people that think that. So it's always.
That hurts my heart even hearing the sentence "Calico beat Lux." Shout out to Calico, but oh my goodness, what dream was that in? Somebody must have dreamed that up.
2-1 at most.
Wait, I didn't want to cut off what you were saying.
That was it.
He opened a can of worms with the champ, and then which is great. I love these worms. I mean,
these worms are great.
The thing about these sports that we keep comparing it to, like Stephen A. Smith gets $5.5 million a year.
So you're saying you need a raise?
You know what I mean? I'm saying
I got where he's going. That's what he's saying. He said the thing is that in all these other sports, the commentators make more money, and we need to go in that direction.
A referee for any game gets $100K or more a year. But
see,
judges
for women's basketball,
they probably don't.
But you have to start somewhere. UFC, they brought in their own judges to score their own. They came from nowhere.
How much they get paid?
Oh, now they get paid, but they came from nowhere. They built it from the ground up. You got to start somewhere. UFC popped up out of nowhere. There wasn't no UFC. It was boxing. Where did UFC come from? They pulling each other's ears and ripping each other's arms off. Now
it was the Wild West. Yeah.
They had their own judges.
Battle rap is the Wild West, so we got to build infrastructure.
How do we get somewhere else?
We're already separated too. Like you got to think, battle rap is 25 different leagues.
Yeah.
So how do you get every league to incorporate the same exact thing, the same exact rules?
They talk to CPS and we get and then they
sounds
then
so
they be
easy.
professional. There'll be a professional league. It'll be a professional bout. There'll be professional battle rap matches, and then there'll be non-professional battle rap matches.
I say forget the battle rappers. What you do is once you land on the system, and then you have the people to execute it, then if there are bets, then the battle gets judged. If there are people who want to bet on the battle, then they can approach
I got
You
something.
know what I'm saying?
Make people bet on the battle. They're gonna believe in it. You'll see it sometime this week.
Okay.
Because nothing.
Foreshadowing.
See, this eliminates this popularity contest that we're going on, and
it doesn't.
No, I think
it does.
I think
it does.
I think it should be simultaneous. I think the betting can't. I think the betting has to be its own thing, and it has to be a system of rules and betting that you can go to and say, look, I have a bet that I want to place.
There will be rules.
Yeah.
But look at this. How could a person like Sue Surf, who's had 1,000 debatables, right? A million debatables, and his record is like 3 and like 95 draws, right? They say he has a lot of debatables. Am I right or wrong?
A lot of battle. I mean, technically, every battle rapper is debatable.
No. So you have battle rappers who have clear wins. You have a lot of battle rappers who have clear wins. Geechee Gotti, salute to Geechee Gotti, who's this year is on a roll. He had a lot of clear wins.
Super clear win recently, I think, right? Didn't he?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What win is that?
I don't.
Yo, can we skip this?
Skip.
Skip.
Now, but you know, when you attach a record to it's the same thing with boxing and basketball.
Wow.
When you attach a record, like Cleveland Warriors, they're 15-0. That's exciting. That's exciting. When you attach a record to a battle rapper, it looks very good. It looks healthy. So
we've never done this before. Right?
I mean, if Iron is
grind time,
right? But if Iron is going into this matchup against Sue Surf, and his record is like he's like 5-0 in his last 5 matchups. That looks good. We can talk about that versus
not for Surf because he's like.
I mean, it's versus Surf who has like 3 or 4
5 chokes
who hasn't finished a third round in the past 2-3 years. So we do that, and it's different. The narrative is different. You take the power out of the battle popularity, you take it out of their hands, and you put it into the battle rapper who's really putting in the work, who's really going in there doing what they're supposed to do. That changes the landscape of battle rap. It's no longer Twitter fingers. It's no longer, Averb should battle Murder Mook because Averb's online 23 hours out the day. It's no longer that. It's, no, Murder Mook should battle Iron Solomon because Iron Solomon just went 8-0. That changes the conversation. It changes the conversation. It changes the landscape of battle rap. If not, we're going to continue in this small circle that we're in and keep having these little events and we're never going to be at Barclay. We'll never be at Barclay.
The reality is that's what's going to happen. We're going to continue to be in that circle. The dream that you have will not be.
We can never say never. We never can say never.
I think it's going to continue to grow, but I think we got to be okay with where we're at, but it's growing. I think it's growing. I mean, this is growth right here. You know what I mean? I don't like a few years ago we didn't have Champion. We didn't have bloggers who were you could name drop somebody in a bar like where you know who they are and their opinion matters. We didn't have this many leagues. You know, sometimes there has to be chaos before it can be stripped down. You know, sometimes you have to go through a bulking phase, which I've been going through for a number of years, and then you go through a trimming phase. And I think that it's just phases. I think battle rap is in a very healthy place, and it'll get there if it needs to get there. If it's supposed to get there, it'll be there.
Time, money, precise execution. A lot of these things has to come. The 5 rings of Thanos have to come in if that happen. And I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Who's going to offer to build a house? You get to construct it. There's people constructing it and pay them. Be there every day at this time. We don't have that in battle rap yet. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all have anything else y'all want to add to this? As far as Champion of the Year, stay tuned. Either this week or early next week, we're gonna get into it. Champion.
Or you gotta cut them loose. Ay, roll the dice, you either win or lose. Baby, fuck all my niggas, ain't no pick and choose. Riding through the bay with that shit on me. Look at you.